On this video we're taking a look at our college basketball parlay picks for the games that are happening on Saturday, April 2nd, 2022. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Our first parlay pick is Kansas vs Villanova. Villanova plus 3.5 points. And here is why. The loss of Moore is a painful blow for the Wildcats. On the season, Villanova only had 6 players that played 900 minutes or more. Villanova, in the tournament, has also featured a lineup that only went 6 deep. Daniels will ably move into the starting role, but the Wildcats will need to piece together minutes for other players in order to get rest and protect anyone from foul trouble. However, if any team can pull this off, the Wildcats are built to do so. Their top 5 players heading into this game have all averaged over 25 minutes per game in the tournament, and only 3 times, one each by Daniels, Eric Dixon and Brandon Slater, have the Wildcats had a player with 4 fouls. While Kansas will try to run, the Wildcats will slow each offensive possession to a crawl. Against Houston, who desperately tried to pick up the pace, Villanova allowed a grand total of 6 fast break points. For the tournament, the Wildcats have allowed 24 fast break points total in 4 games. In addition, they have committed 9 turnovers per game in the tournament. This team will not beat itself. I don't expect Samuels or 2-time Big East Player of the Year Colin Gillespie to sit at all in this game. They will grind out possessions and look for the best possible shots. Lastly, if it is tight late, this team shoots nearly 84% from the free throw line. They are wounded, but still quite dangerous. Like Villanova, the Jayhawks don't go very deep on their bench. Kansas typically goes 8 deep, and one of those bench players, super senior Martin, has become a revelation in the tournament. Kansas will most assuredly try to run, as they are averaging 16.2 fast break points per game in the tournament. The only team that was able to slow them down from running was Villanova's fellow Big East team, Providence. The Friars held Kansas to just 6 fast break points, and you can be sure that J. Wright is studying that film closely. Kansas is averaging 76 points per game in the tournament, around 2 points less than their season average. Again, it was the Friars that held the Kansas offense in check, allowing them just 66 points. The formula is simple: Kansas wants to rebound and run. In the 3 games other than Providence, the Jayhawks out-rebounded their opponents by a double-digit margin and averaged nearly 20 fast break points per game. Against Providence, they only out-rebounded the Friars by 5 and got just 6 fast break points. Monitor the rebounding in this game closely. If it swings heavily in Kansas's favor, they can literally run away with this game. If not, it is playing into the Wildcats' hands. Simply put, with Moore healthy and playing, Villanova is a 5-point favorite in this game. Without him, and his loss is steep, they are just a 3.5-point dog. Why is that? Simple: Villanova refuses its opponents the ability to dictate pace. They will run their sets, take the full 30-second shot clock, and never settle for bad shots. Additionally, the Wildcats won't turn the ball over, less than 10 per game in the tournament, and they will make their free throws. Kansas wants to do 2 things in this game: rebound and run. Villanova, while by no means a dominant rebounding team, will not get bullied on the glass. They have been out-rebounded in 3 of their 4 tournament games, but have yet to be out-rebounded by more than 4 in any one game. The Providence game is proof positive of this. Protect the glass, and you will keep Kansas from running. An experienced, tournament-tested group like the Wildcats will find a way to continue to do this, even without Moore and all that he brings to the team. They will spot 1 or 2 subs in sparingly and play their best 5 the majority of the minutes. The average bettor is certainly looking at Moore's loss as enough evidence to go with Kansas. Don't be so quick to do so. Experience and poise will rule the day on Saturday. Our second parlay pick is North Carolina, UNC vs Duke. North Carolina plus 4. Armando Bacot went off for 20 points and 22 rebounds on 8/15 shooting from the field, while Brady Manek added 19 points and 8 rebounds on 4/6 shooting from 3-point range. It wasn't a good shooting afternoon for the Tar Heels, but they crushed St. Peter's on the glass 45-29, while holding the Peacocks to 30% shooting from the field. North Carolina is up against the spread overall at 20-16-1 and has covered in all 4 NCAA tournament games after crushing Marquette before upsetting Baylor and UCLA. Overs are 21-15-1 for North Carolina, with its last 2 games both going under the betting total. The Tar Heels are 28th nationally in scoring offense at 78.1 points per game, on shooting splits of 50.8% from 2 and 36.1% from 3. It hasn't gone as well for the Tar Heels defensively at 71.1 points per game allowed, with opponents shooting 47.5% from 2 and 34% from beyond the arc, although they have cranked things up a notch in the NCAA tournament. Beckett has enjoyed a terrific season to lead the Tar Heels with 16.5 points, 12.8 rebounds and 1.7 blocks per game on 58.6% shooting from the field. Caleb Love adds 15.7 points and 3.7 assists per game, while Manek chips in 15.2 points per contest on nearly 40% shooting from 3 after transferring in from Oklahoma. Forward Dawson Garcia left the team in early February for personal reasons after averaging 9 points and 5.5 rebounds per game. Guard Anthony Harris had his season end due to an undisclosed injury after averaging 2.6 points in 14 games. AJ Griffin led Duke with 18 points, while Mark Williams piled up 12 points, 12 rebounds and 3 blocks on a perfect 6-6 shooting from the field. Duke's offense was in command, shooting 54.7% from the field and 16/18 from the free throw line. The Blue Devils are up against a spread at 20-16-2 and have covered in their last 3 contests, following a 5-game run of failing to do so. Overs are 21-16-1 for Duke, including an even 2-2 in the NCAA tournament after the game against Arkansas went under the betting total by a single point. This is the 8th highest scoring offense in college basketball, at 80.1 points per game, on strong shooting splits of 56.3% from 2 and 37% from deep, both in the top 35 nationally. Duke hasn't been quite as effective defensively, but is still well above average across the board, allowing 67.4 points per game, with opponents shooting 46.6% from 2 and 31.8% from deep. Paolo Banchero could be the top pick in the upcoming NBA draft, having averaged 17.1 points, 7.7 rebounds and 3.2 assists per game, en route to earning second-team All-American honors. Wendell Moore Jr. adds 13.5 points, 4.4 assists and 1.4 steals per game, while Williams piles up 11.3 points, 7.5 rebounds and 2.9 blocks per contest on 71.9% shooting from the field, earning the ACC Defensive Player of the Year award in the process. Everyone is expected to be healthy and available for the Blue Devils heading into the Final Four. These rivals have been just about dead even in the 100 previous matchups since Krzyzewski was hired at Duke, and it would only be fitting for the last meeting to come down to one possession. While Duke has been the better team overall this season, North Carolina is on an absolute roll since the start of the NCAA tournament, with improved effort on the defensive end, pairing well with a strong offense. After struggling for much of the year, the Tar Heels have started to guard much better in the postseason, impressively holding Baylor to 0.99 points per possession, before limiting UCLA to a mark of 1.03. On the other side, Manek going 16/34 from 3-point range in the NCAA tournament plus Love turning in elite performances against Marquette and UCLA has helped North Carolina add strong perimeter offense to go along with the always steady Beckett down low. Duke is playing its best basketball as well, but the number 215 defensive rebounding rate is a concern here, as the Tar Heels are effective at crashing the offensive glass. Expect an all-time classic here, and North Carolina is capable of keeping within one possession of anyone given its recent form. Disclaimer, no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you the user or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.